Hi everyone, Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and we are live. So if you're catching the replay, do me a favor and let me know down below. I'm really excited about tonight's project because we are going to be using a spray painted grapevine. So as you can tell, tonight's project is going to be ladybug themed, and we have all of these supplies in stock, and it's actually in kit form. Only thing is the kit is not spray painted. So if that's something you guys would like to see in the future, let me know by a show of hands or comments. If you guys would like to see us carry spray painted grapevines, I know Dad was looking to do, like the primary colors and the secondary colors, red, blue, yellow, green, purple, stuff like that. And, let me know if that's something you guys want to see. Also, too, if you haven't texted us yet, make sure to text us. The number is 978-396-9150. By texting us, it is completely free, and you will receive alerts every time we're live or have exciting news to share. So, yeah, that's another perk. And when we do giveaways, we'll send text as well, letting you guys know when we give free ribbons away, letting you guys know when we, have giveaways here on this page and all of that fun stuff. So let's cut off those extra stems. I want this grapevine to be nice and clean, like it is now. Well, let's cut off this long stick too. Now it's nice and clean. Let's cut off this one too. And while we're at it, let's cut off this one too. All right, I'm good. I am good. So this ladybug has an item number of MD0705. These are flying as well. I used the color that is selling the least, which is just the plain ladybug with the Swiss dot, but we only have a certain amount left. The roosters are gone. We have the white roosters left. The churches are gone, but don't worry, we will have more of those available. So what I've done here is I've already secured a pipe cleaner using some cold glue, and then on top of that I came back in with some hot glue. That is going to help us anchor this in 2 different points. So something that's new that I haven't seen before is that usually they place a little piece of cardboard on top of the hanger, because it does come with a metal hanger, but now they're using a little piece of tape. So that's just something different. We're going to take a black pipe cleaner and twist it on. You can already tell you're going to love this one, right? I love ladybugs. So in this design, we're going to keep it simple. You might have heard me talk about this in the past, and if you're a Wreath community member, you hear me say it all the time. But certain styles like this ladybug, bumblebees, gnomes, birds, butterflies, anything, right? Anything can be overdone. So I've seen designs out there where everything is butterfly themed or ladybug or bumblebee themed. And my logic is here we are working in the ladybug, but this is going to be the only ladybug that we use on this design. Everything else is going to be red and black and white, but it's not going to be ladybug printed. So it's not going to be overwhelming. So this kit is very simple. We don't have much in it. I think it came out to be $43, all inclusive, grapevine included. And what you get in this kit, and if you're just tuning in, say hello. If you don't mind hitting that like and share button, I greatly appreciate it. You get one of these sprays, and these sprays are one of the heaviest sprays that we have. They're very, very heavy. I don't know why they're so heavy, but they're very sturdy, bendable, maneuverable. These have an item number of XS985126. It's a metallic striped spray. You get one of those. I think that's like $5 for those or so. You get one of these, and I thought this was the perfect touch. How cool are those? Item number of XS6057F7. And Alex is in the comments section, so be sure to say hi to Alex. And you get one of our new bay leaf sprays. So Dad ordered these in every color. We got in our silver and red the other day, and I can't wait to see the other colors Dad ordered. So XX088524. These are like $5 and change. And since the ladybug has polka dots, not all of ours do. We have like 4 or 5 styles. And you guys, these and the ladybug and the bumblebees are so difficult. Dad was on the fence about ordering them in every color. He said, Nick, why are you ordering them in every style, And I said, it gives people options. So we did order these, and they're a little bit difficult for us because when it comes time to grab a ladybug or a bumblebee, you got to sort through 4 or 5 because they all look very, very similar. So, but I thought these 2 ribbons would be the perfect match. Hands up if you agree. We just got this one in, and we've used this one before. This Swiss dot, and that's what these dots are known as. And these, you know what they remind me of? please tell me I'm not crazy. Please tell me you guys know what I'm talking about. But I remember like wearing a onesie as a kid. Maybe it's like hospital socks as well, but they've got like these little dots on the bottom, and that's what this ribbon feels like and looks like to me. But I don't know, maybe I'm the only one. RG0165202. We also have the red. The red has an item number of RGA 853224, and we have this in yellow too, so maybe we'll do a bumblebee design soon. So let's make our bow, because that's going to be like the focus of this wreath. So we're not going to use the entire 10 yards. So by purchasing one of each of these rolls, you should be able to create 3 or 4 wreaths, because we're only using a yard or 2 each. So a little goes a long way, especially since it's 2.5-inch ribbon. So my question now is for you guys. Should we do, you love the ribbon, Barbara? Me too. Yeah, hands up for that. Should we do a funky bow? Should we do a bow with a couple loops on one side and a couple on the other side? What kind of bow would you guys like to see me make tonight? So let me know while we prep some of our other materials. We're going to break apart this bay leaf spray while you guys let me know. So for these, since we don't have any greenery or florals on this design, I'm going to see if we can break them apart like that. So that's going to be a little bit challenging. So for my convenience, I'm going to see if I can just actually, this one might be loose. Let's see. Okay, well, not really. Sort of. That didn't do much. We'll just snip them off. Who cares? Oh, that one came off. How about this one? Oh, that one did too. Can we do the rest now? That's too difficult. Nope. Sorry. Okay. So I was debating whether to do 2 of these sprays or 1 of these sprays, but I think ultimately 1 is going to be enough. So get those comments in. Do you guys want to see a funky bow or kind of a different style bow? You guys can let me know. But I wanted to cut them a little bit longer. That way we're not able to see the glue as much, but we should be able to make do with the length that we got. You guys, today I'm covered in glitter. You know how I feel about glitter. I'm sticky. I'm sweaty. It's like 80 degrees up in my shop, and I can't wait to take a shower. I really can't. So let's see. Funky Bow says Julie. Gladys is funky. Hey, Patty. Yes, I did spray paint this grapevine. So this is actually in kit form. The only thing is that we're not going to have the grapevine spray painted for the kits. But it's as easy as just spray painting one quickly yourself. But when I first started this video, a lot of you guys probably weren't watching at the very, very beginning. But I did ask whether you would like to see spray painted grapevines available in our shop or not. If we do have them available, I'll be the first to say don't purchase them unless you have to. You know, we are going to have to charge for them. And in my eyes, I think it's crazy to spend like $15 to $20, and it's probably going to be closer to $20 for the spray painted grapevines. I would rather personally just spray paint one myself, and I know you guys think like me as well. So let's actually make 2 bows. I'm going to show you 2 different bow techniques. I don't think we need a length of that longer tail being black. Well, maybe we'll do that too, since we don't have crazy amounts of product in this kit. I love this red ribbon. But our main tail is going to be our red ribbon. We're going to cut a length of that. And then our black ribbon. Let's cut a little length of that as well. Place those in the middle like that. You grab a pipe cleaner. There we go. Yeah? Funky bow. All right, lots of funky bows in the house tonight. So for the funky bow, we're going to do loops that are about, and it's always a good idea to hold it up to your wreath as well. So if you're ever unsure, hold your wreath up and it'll give you a better gauge. So I want my bow to be somewhere around there. So kind of our standard size bow looks like it'd be enough. So about 3.5, 4-inch loops, 6 to 8-inch tails. Oh my gosh, all I'm seeing is dots right now. Like, it's making my eyes a little fuzzy. We'll pinch, come back in with our red. If you wanted to pre-cut all of these right off the bat, you can do that too. There's so many different ways to make bows. And if you want more bow tutorials, let me know as well. I'm thinking about doing a summer version in the next week or so. So I would love to hear your feedback. So we'll do probably 2 or 3 layers since we have a big surface area to cover. There's the second layer. And if the tails are too long in the end, we can always trim them up. You're better off cutting them a little bit longer than you anticipate. Reason being, it's easier to remove a little product. Yes, you're being a little wasteful, but who really cares in the grand scheme of things, right? Who wants to waste a whole bow, spend the time making it, dovetailing it, fluffing it, only to find out that it's too small for the project? So it's easier to remove a bow, or easier to remove a little length of a bow than it is to deconstruct the whole bow or make a whole new bow. So there's layer 3 of the black. And we'll do our final layer of the red as well. So 3 layers of each. So 6 loops, 12 tails. And that should do it. All right, so I did cut these a little bit longer, but that's going to be okay. We can take our tails at this point, place them underneath. We cut a smaller length of the black tail so it's not nearly as long. And I like to do that, you guys. It creates depth. I don't want all of the loops and tails to be the same length. Well, the loops, I focus a little more attention on the loops, but the tails, I want them to be all different lengths. So I'll place our bow right about here. And the sign's looking a little whitewashed right now, and that's because of the lighting. I do have a lot of studio lights facing me right now. I want to be tan, and these definitely are working for that goal. Tighten it on your wreath. Twist it several times. If this bow falls off, there goes your entire design. This is a big bow. A little bit bigger than I expected, but that's okay. Fluff it out just gently. That way we can dovetail. So let's see. Thank you guys for the shares. Yes, if you haven't shared this or given this video a thumbs up, I do appreciate when you do that. Helps me inspire others, and maybe somebody could use a little crafting therapy. Who knows, right? So we're going to dovetail these. I'm not really going to remove too much length, but if there's anything that is really, really long, we can trim them up right now. But I usually save that for a little bit later on, and those I consider to be finer details. So we'll rotate, dovetail the rest. This one is incredibly long, so we'll take this in. But yeah, these feel like onesie, like feet, or like hospital socks or something. That's what they remind me of. And I just got word too that Dad did order more of our icy blue and red Swiss dot. I know you guys have been asking about that, so we have more, and we're going to design a Christmas wreath with that when the season gets a little bit closer. So here's a black Swiss dot, too long. Take that in. This one's a fine length. We'll just remove or dovetail it. This one's fine as well. I think we got 2 left. Then we can fluff it and work in our other products. So this is my 3rd tutorial tonight. Mondays are my favorite. We go live on Bodebra, and then we go live in the wreath community for date night every Monday. And then sometimes, depending if I'm tired or not, I'll go live with you guys. And clearly I wanted to make this wreath. So we'll fluff it out. Pull apart your tails. Like this tail is just a little too long. So we'll trim that a little bit. And this one can go in a little bit as well. So now is the point where you can think about your tail length to kind of make it a little bit more proportionate. But since we have very minimal amounts of product going on this wreath, I don't mind a massive bow. All right, now we can pull our longer tails down. And I'm just going to curl these up for the time being. Since our bow is so long, these tails look tiny, but that's okay. Curl them up. And we can spend a few minutes later on fluffing that bow again. You're never done with fluffing. Like up top, fluff. What do you think so far? Fluff. All right, now it's time to work in some of our pretty products. So less product is bigger bow. Not necessarily. Depending on what you're creating, sometimes just a little product on an 18-inch or 14-inch grapevine is more than enough. You don't have to overdo things, you guys. If you wanted to just stick 3 flowers or a little bow tie on your wreath, so be it. You don't need, crazy amounts of product. But I'm going to take some of these red bay leaves that we just chopped up, and I'm going to actually work in a few into the bow. I love doing that. I think it creates such a beautiful effect. And with the amount of ribbon we use, we're still able to create 2 of these wreaths. So 2 rolls is enough for 2 designs. So just taking 3 of those pieces. 3 should be enough. And I'm just working them right into the bow. So in doing so, we're taking away a little bit of that Swiss dot pattern and bringing a little bit of solid. So it's kind of taking away from the bow a little bit. And sometimes taking away from certain products is actually the best thing you can do. Doesn't mean you shouldn't add them all together, but it does kind of change the look and make it a little softer. Place a piece on this side. We have another longish piece. We'll place it here, sticking out. And our final piece will go down below. So we'll just lift up. And place that one there. So now it's time to bring in a little bit more color and a little bit more texture. So you get 2 of these, you get 1 of these and another one. Hey, Amanda, nice to see you. Let's see. Hey, Karen. Hey, Laura. Sorry, you guys, I kind of got distracted in the designing process. But these in our shop have an item number of XS6057F7. And we have these in present form, this color scheme, the red, black, and white. We've used it for Valentine's Day. We've used it for Christmas. And we also have these in a few other styles as well. So I'm just going to pull them right out. It does take a little bit of pressure. These came off really easy. I'm being dramatic. Okay, those 2 can stay together. They want to stay together, let them. And then we can take these. Be careful with when adding hot glue, because this is actually sequins. That's how they make it. It's a bunch of sequins wrapped on a stick. But these white stems are going to really stand out against everything else we have. And they might take a second or 2 for the glue to harden, so they might shuffle around a little bit. Don't let that concern you. Place a long piece down below. There we go. And we'll fluff our bow again afterwards. Let's just worry about getting our products in place. Here we have another white. Lift up. Place that piece there. And just continue rotating, you guys. That's Honestly, what I do is I just rotate my wreaths and see where I could add a thing or two. Place another piece sticking straight out. Got a few more pieces. So this is another all-inclusive kit. And if you guys like kits, let me know. I feel like it makes your lives a little bit easier having everything I make arranged for you all. But we do have everything individually. Stick one there. And then we still have 3 left. Oh, Alex was right. I was figuring we'd need 2 of these. Alex said no, 1 should be enough. And I was like, I don't know, we don't have a lot. But it's looking like a lot. So that was the spray that had 2. I wanted to break it apart. So by adding things like this into your wreath, you're going to mess up your bow. So don't get in the habit of getting distracted after adding every piece and doing what I'm doing right now, which is to re-fluff. You can always fluff again at the end. And our final piece, where do we want it? Let's stick it here. All right, so now that we have our next layer of products in place, we can re-fluff a little bit again. Bring that tail down. Curl this one up a little bit. We'll curl this one up a little bit too. We'll take this one in a little. Pull that one. Got to do something with these black tails underneath. We'll separate those again. Pull this one there. Take this one in a little bit. We'll take this one in a little bit. And there we go. All right, final product in this kit. Sorry. So much glitter. All right, so this is the final product right here. Can you guys hear me okay? I think you can. Hey, you guys. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Gail. Yes, Alex is sharing the link. Very unique. Hey, Lori. So these are very inexpensive, but very, very heavy. So these are like $5, and they come on a very long stem. But that's okay. The longer the stem, the better. Not for us, because we have to fold them in half and package them appropriately. But for crafters, for when I design, I like long stems because it gives me more possibilities. But for these, we're just going to separate them individually and work them right in. Clean up my workstation a little bit more. You can also just peel off any excess black paper material. You don't need to peel every piece off because it's just going to go into the grapevine, but any loose pieces that'll stick in your glue skillet and make it look disgusting like mine, it keeps it cleaner for a little bit longer. Now it's time to work these in. And I love that silver look. We'll place another piece under here. Right there. And those take a minute to set too, and then you can manipulate them. But I wouldn't really do so in the meantime. Let them harden up, and then you can adjust them. But these you can also make smaller too if you wanted them to be a little bit smaller. I wouldn't cut them in half because they are wrapped. But you could just curl it a little bit smaller. Right? We'll dip this piece. Work it in on the side. Right there, just sticking out. You don't have to see every nook and cranny. On those inexpensive products like the one we're using now, just seeing the tips of them is giving you that that oomph, giving you that texture. So if you're using super expensive designer ribbon or super expensive florals and greenery, of course you want to see every little piece. But by blending in more expensive products with more inexpensive products, like these ribbons, this one I think is $8.19 and this one is $7.75, I believe. Not the cheapest ribbons, but not the most expensive. But the picks are much cheaper, and we can have them just as an added texture, an added bonus. But you don't have to see every little piece. Lift up the bay leaf. We'll place one. There. And then I think we have a couple left. We've got 2 left. So these I want to make a little bit smaller and keep them closer to the middle. So I'll take this one, lift up. I'll place that piece here. So another thing too, by using picks underneath your bow or between your loops, what you're doing too is if you have a thinner ribbon, I think one of these tails can go. Let's remove the middle tail. This black tail can go. But if you're using thinner ribbon, if you're doing tree toppers, if you're doing large bows for lanterns and whatnot, it actually helps to prop up your products or prop up your loops. So if you have a thinner ribbon, the best thing you can do is take some floral material and stick it behind it because it'll keep it exactly where you put it instead of just flopping on itself. So our final piece will be underneath this loop to prop it up. And we get it in a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Maybe we'll have these long tails just hang down below. So let's dovetail them. I don't think we've done that in a long time. Maybe these will just add that perfect finishing touch. But what do you guys think? I mean, it turned out a lot more full than I was anticipating. I mean, there's only 3 picks on this. 1 bay leaf, 1 of those ball sprays, and then 1 of those curly sequin sprays. So I'll go ahead and post pictures of this completed design. I think this kit came out to be $43 or so, I think. I could be mistaken. All inclusive. The only thing you need to do is spray paint your own grapevine, or you can just stick it on a natural wreath. That would look pretty as well. So thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't followed me on Instagram or subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, definitely do so. We post content daily there as well. And if you haven't texted me yet, make sure to text me. The number is 978-396-9150. You can find all of these products available in kit form and individual form, along with others at nicksseasonaldecor.com. And yeah, make sure to subscribe to our email list and check out our page for more content. We've posted thousands of tutorials in the last 5 or 6 years. So there's definitely something out there for everybody, and we've definitely tried most techniques at this point in time. A little bit of everything. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. And I'll take pictures of this as well. I think that turned out really pretty. Bye, everyone.